So, talking to Suzy Middleton-Heath, designer for Ruby Plum,
Yep, that's me.
rubyplum.co.uk, and behind you there now we can see your spring-summer collection.
Yep,
Yeah,
all ready for
and
selling.
you've done one season that had your capsule collection,
Yep.
and I first started working with you before when you were actually thinking about designing, and how would you even begin to think about designing your own
It
capsule
was going back a
collection?
couple of years now, wasn't it?
Couple of years.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to ask you, Susie, what are the three things that you've learned that you would most tell somebody else who doesn't think that they're a professional designer
Mhm.
but loves clothes, has their own ideas about what they would love to design? Those three sort of tips that you
Yeah.
would give them.
Well, I think the first thing which I've got, which I think that's the complete plank of where you start, is a passion for fashion, as I like to call
Passion for
it.
fashion, I like that.
Yeah. You've really got to love it. You've got to have a reason for doing it. I mean, the reason I've gone into it is because I just couldn't get stuff on the high street that I really like, and I was frustrated as you get
Yeah,
over the age of 30 that all there is really is Topshop, which is fine for certain
yeah.
things and for your teenage daughters. So that was the main reason. That's my son home from school. Sorry,
Let's put a pause
nobody's
on
letting
that.
him in. Sorry.
Tell us again then, from what's the first thing? What's the first tip that you would give?
Well, for me, it was having a passion for clothes and fashion and just sort of
A
loving it.
passion for
And
fashion.
yeah, passion for fashion, because I just couldn't find stuff that I liked on the high street, and I found that very frustrating. So that's what's driven me, that I love clothes, and people would often say, take me shopping, I love your style, but finding it in shops was, and even online, was practically impossible. So I was trying to fill that gap.
So I do remember you saying right from the beginning it's really frustrating, and that for older women or not young
Yeah.
women, it's like where are all the clothes that we're supposed to
Yeah,
have? You know,
and
where's
yet this is a
special
time in your
stuff for
life when you
us?
tend to have more money and you know what your own style is.
Mm.
And there's all this stuff for teenagers, and it tends to be cheap and disposable. And even the more expensive shops actually are pretty much aiming at the younger women, like below 30 or
Mm.
below 40 certainly. And you feel like I
So
still,
your idea was that you wanted to do something different for older women who still cared about clothes.
yeah, who still want to be fashionable but not strictly following fashion.
Mm.
Stuff that's flattering more than anything actually.
So you mentioned passion for fashion, but
Yeah.
there was this other thing here, and you'd mentioned this when we were talking a minute ago about the USP. What's special?
Yes.
Make sure that you're special. Is that tip number two? Be very clear about what's special
Yeah.
about what you're doing and
Yeah, you've
how
got to
it's
be doing
different.
something different and special, otherwise you're just competing with the high street, which is you just can't do in
Mm.
quantities and numbers. So just be very clear who your market is and why it would appeal to them more than something on the high street or on another website.
I'm talking about the money things as well. You've mentioned, rather scarily about profits. We were talking about profits.
Well, it's very hard to make money from fashion, as anybody will tell you, especially when you're starting off. So really you can't expect to make any money for the first year, 2 or 3. Some people, even like People Tree for example, who are a big eco-clothes design thing, they are not making money after 8 years. So depending on what your ethics are, you are more or less likely to make money. If your ethics are very high, you're less likely to make money. If you have low ethics, you might make more money more quickly. I'm somewhere in between, so I'm hoping to make money maybe in 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
So you've got to have the money behind you, really.
Do you think that you've got more business focus as you've gone along? Because I do remember a conversation we did have
Mm.
quite a while back now, where you said, I'm not focused on this necessarily as a business. I just really need to get my capsule collection
Yeah.
together.
Well,
Have
money
you
still isn't the
changed?
main focus for me, really. It is more that I enjoy it, because really I haven't made any money yet. I've got a lot of money tied up in it. I've spent a
Yeah.
lot of money and haven't made it yet. So you have to, if you don't enjoy it, there'd be no point. But the point for me is the creativity. It gives me a lot of stimulation
Yeah.
and enjoyment. It's what I needed to do.
It's really the passion for fashion then.
Yeah. Yeah, otherwise why would you want to be working every spare minute that you have? You don't have to, but you want to because you enjoy it.
And has it been, would you say, hard work for putting Ruby Plum together and doing everything that it's taken to get you this far?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I mean, there's so many things to juggle with the kind of PR, the stock, the website, the financial side of things, but all of it is kind of pushing you out of your comfort zone, things that I'd not done before. If you've got some background in business or whatever, that might help, I don't know, but I'm just learning as I go along, and that makes it more interesting, I think.
And what do you think is the thing that you've really enjoyed learning most?
Where do I start, really? Um, hmm. Well, I think I've enjoyed, actually, this is a really selfish thing, I've enjoyed learning about my sense of style and how others might want to use that to help them. I actually enjoy that. I've enjoyed getting clothes. I've got a very good wardrobe
And you've
now.
got a very good wardrobe now.
Sorry, that is the thing that I've enjoyed the most. But I like learning about all, like you telling me about the search engine optimization and that pay-per-click. I find all that fascinating too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I find that creative in a way. It's the numbers side of it and the money side of it can be creative too, not
Yeah.
just the design side.
Yeah.
Because actually you end up with not huge amounts of time to design in the end. All designers say this, you end up doing least of the actual designing and there's more of the marketing.
Yeah.
So you have to really enjoy that too. And I think you do, because it's your own product and
Yeah.
hopefully you'll feel proud of it. That gives you the impetus to keep going.
That's brilliant. Thanks, Suzy.
You're welcome.